Welcome back to the Sigmaverse, people. Welcome back. Super T Sigma again. One more time. So, um, if you ever hear the phrase that life imitates art, your first response might be, yeah, it sure does. Life definitely imitates art. You would think that, like, yeah, that's right. It sounds good, especially if it's articulated well. Somebody puts the right inflection on it. They put the words together. Life is an imitation of art. But if you really slow it up a little bit and think about this, life is not an imitation of art. What's imitating art is the world. The world is a compendium of art. That's what the world is. It's imitating art. Or the way the world is set up is displayed like art. Like true art is nature. And when you look at nature, you can see an imitation between life and art, but that's not really to be equated with life. The world and life are two different things. The world is the setups around life, given any kind of particular environment. That's basically what it means to be life imitating art. But truly, in its essence, art is really imitating life. Art imitates life. Life came first. When you're born into this world, you're coming out the womb first. You're not painting a masterpiece upon birth. So you have life first. Life can't be imitating art in that example or in its truest form, right? Life came first. So life is not imitating art. Art is imitating life. Those who are alive, and nature itself gives birth to art. So really it's art that's imitating life. Like I said, if you want see the examples that you could use to say life is imitating art, that's not life. That's the world. The world builds planes to fly based on birds. The world built it. Life didn't make airplanes. That's the system of the world by those who live in it. That's not to be equated with life itself. That's like a subset of life. That's how people with lives are structuring things. And that's not to be equated with just pure life. You understand that? But again, if somebody says life imitates art, you can understand and I wouldn't quibble over it. But just after giving it some more thought, like, well, it's really the world and the way we structure society that imitates art. Take the World Wide Web. Well, we know that the web comes from a spider. See, that's life. The spider is life. The spider is not trying to be an artist. The spider just does what the spider does. We built the World Wide Web based on the spider. So that's the system of the world included the internet. So that's an imitation of art. Just like the planes, anything that goes in the water is based off life that's in the water. So you could call all of this art. You could call it innovation. You could call it invention. You could call it technology. You could call it machinery. But you think about everything in nature, man has built into his world some technology to match it, right? go from riding horseback to driving cars with horsepower. So, what's imitating what? So, right there, you have art, really technology, industry. That's really, industry is imitating or emulating not just life itself, really, but nature. So, you could say the world imitates nature, or art, if you want to call it art. That's an imitation of nature, not necessarily life. Super T Sigma, Sigma programming. Stay connected and perpetually resurrected. Peace.